Hey everyone, welcome to my new channel. I'm going to be tackling a few things here, but the common theme is going to be just general understanding. So some background about me. I am an atheist as well as a bit of a science geek. I've been in discussions with a fairly reasonable number of people in regards to religious and scientific matters, and I've listened to quite a few more. And a common theme from just the regular Joe that is off the street to these people with pseudo-doctorates and such is that they argue about how X works, but they don't really understand what X actually is. And some time ago, after listening to a debate on the usefulness of religion overall, I thought, I might be kind of falling into the same trap in that I would argue against religion, but I've never actually really studied any of it. I've never, for instance, read the Bible. So I kind of set a personal project for myself to read the Bible for the first time, and that's kind of where this all starts. So my first series of videos on this channel is going to be about the Bible and my first read of it. As I'm reading, I'm going to need context, I'm going to need some feedback, and I'm going to need responses to my impressions and to my questions. This won't always be pretty, I'm sure, but hopefully at least be interesting. And, somewhat educational as well, and hopefully not just for me. So what I'm going to do for these videos is go book by book through the Bible and give one video on the overall content of the book, so the general story, and the second video will be my impressions of what I'm actually reading. And this is going to take a while, I am aware of that. Each book requires a lot. I have to obviously read it, do some research, prep work, record the videos, plus I have a full-time job, so it is going to take some time to get through these. But hopefully other people out there as well as myself will get some value out of it. So my second set of videos here is going to be about evolution. There's such a ridiculous amount of misinformation out there about this topic that I figured I'd at least try to add to the side of people who understand it and who know how this stuff works. And honestly, as complicated as people on both sides of this debate try to make this process seem, it's actually fairly simple. Last, I want to issue a bit of a challenge here to everybody involved in this debate of kind of religion versus non-religion. Because there's something that I've kind of seen that a lot of people have lost sight of. So if you're going to comment on this video, or if you have your own channel, or if you even are just going to talk to people face to face, I'd really, really strongly encourage you to admit the possibility that you could be wrong. Even if it is just yourself, even if it just is in your own head, at least have that mindset that we don't have proof on either side. There could be a God, there may not be a God at all, or we could have a God that we just have not had any contact with yet, say. And keeping in mind those possibilities and really admitting that any one of them could be true and we may be totally off base, I think at the very least keeps us intellectually honest. And that said, it'd be a pretty weak challenge if I didn't follow up on it myself. So I do admit that I could absolutely be wrong. My belief is that there's no such thing as a God at all. Certainly not the Christian or the Muslim or the Jewish gods. But I could be wrong. Maybe one of these holy books is pretty much correct, and maybe that God does exist. I can't say for sure that I'm right. I believe I am, but I have to admit the possibility that I could be totally wrong. And that's about it. If you have any questions about this stuff, please send them along, and I will answer what I can of the good ones, and then that being defined as ones that I haven't seen answered like 1,000 times before and answered quite well. And let's see where this goes. So, thanks for watching.